A New Jersey Transit commuter train crashed into Hoboken Terminal during rush hour Thursday morning, killing one woman and injuring more than 100 at one of busiest transportation hubs in the Northeast. New Jersey Governor Christie, said 114 people were hurt, including the train's operator, who was critically injured. He said the engineer was cooperating with the investigation. This train came at a high rate of speed into the station and crashed through all the barriers, bringing it all the way to the internal wall of the Hoboken Terminal, Christie said. He added that officials would not speculate on the cause of the crash. We have no indication that this was anything but a tragic accident. Accountant Jim Finnan was sitting toward the rear of the first car when he realized the train was coming in much too fast. We were getting to the platform, but we were still at full speed, Finnan, 42, said. The train didn't slow down at all. The only thing that stopped the train is the fact that it slammed into the building. The scene was horrendous. People were bleeding profusely from cuts to their head, he said, and one man seemed to be holding his severed thumb in place. Others had cuts on their hands. Finnan pulled off the rubber around an emergency exit window and another man pushed the window out. They both helped two women crawl out of the train before NJ Transit workers began opening the doors. Christie lauded the resilience of Northeast residents, who have weathered a succession of natural disasters and rail accidents in recent years and, most recently, a bombing in Manhattan's Chelsea neighborhood that injured 31. Regular commuters left the safety of where they were standing, to rush to the train, to help first responders evacuate injured people off the train, Christie said of the Hoboken crash. This region has developed a resilience that is admired by the rest of the world because of the way we've been tested. New York Governor Andrew Cuomo described the devastation at the afternoon news conference. When you see the destruction up close, the silver lining is that there's only been one fatality so far, Cuomo said. Because the destruction is significant. And the power of train coming in is obviously devastating in its impact. The New Jersey State Medical Examiner identified the crash victim as Fabiola Beardacroon, 34, of Hoboken. Christie said she was killed by debris created by the crash. I pray the number doesn't go up, said State Assemblyman Raj Mukherjee, D., who represents Hoboken. We're just praying for those affected. And we're praying that the death toll doesn't increase. The crash, Christie said, appeared to be accidental in nature. At about 8:45 a.m., a Pascack Valley Line train, which was traveling from Spring Valley, New York, crashed into Hoboken Terminal, according to New Jersey Transit. Most of the people injured in the crash were in the first car or standing on the platform. Passengers in the other cars were better able to escape, according to WABC. New Jersey Transit said some passengers were trapped under the debris, though Christie said late Thursday morning that all of those people had been removed and transported to hospitals. My train just derailed and crashed into the Hoboken train station, one passenger wrote. Thankfully all I got was a crack to my head, please pray for the rest. Emergency responders flooded the area and were seen treating some people outside the station in Hoboken, a major suburb of New York City. An official with the Jersey City Medical Center said that none of the people brought to that facility appeared to have life-threatening injuries, but he said that some of the people brought there had serious wounds. Most of the people brought to the medical center from Hoboken were injured on the train, he said during a briefing outside the hospital. Some patients with injuries such as lacerations were quickly released from the hospital to free up space for others who were injured. Hoboken University Medical Center officials said at a midday news conference that the facility was treating 20 patients, mostly for lacerations and bruises. All were in stable condition.